Hey, I know you all are wondering by the title of this video, what is Curly Head Chick getting ready to tell us? Okay, so the title, P.S.A, meaning public service announcement, make that money. Okay, so first of all, this video is not about natural hair, and don't click off yet, just hear me out. And I'm making this video in honor of my daughter. I have 4 children. I have 3 boys and 1 girl, and my daughter is my second oldest. My kids range from 24, 20, 16, and 10 is my youngest. Okay, she doesn't even know that I'm making this video, but she will because she subscribes to my channel. She's not natural, she's relaxed. I'm trying to get her to convert, but she's not having it, so I'm gonna let her do her. This video is in honor of you and my daughter, and she knows who she is. I'm not going to say her name. My daughter plays Division I basketball. I'm not going to say what conference, but she plays D1 basketball. She's been playing since she was 9 years old. She's 6'1". She is a workhorse. She's solid as a rock. She is built. I know you all leave a lot of comments about my arms and how I look, and I appreciate that, but honey, my daughter is a powerhouse. So my husband and I went to see her play yesterday, and she plays out of state, and we got back late last night. But let me just rewind. Let's go back. The reason why this is not like I said, this is not a natural hair video. It doesn't have anything to do with natural hair. I didn't want to create a whole nother channel for just this one video, because once I talk about this, I am going to be finished about it. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But you are going to know somebody that this video can help. So pass it on, because I'm getting ready to pass on a little knowledge. Okay, so my daughter is a sophomore in college. So her freshman year, I think it might have been a little rough for her as far as like organization. They're used to going to high school. High school is totally different from college. And although you try to tell them that, they don't realize that until they get there. And it took her a while to get adjusted, but she had like 3 injuries. And the injuries it was the same. She broke her nose 3 times. Yeah, it was bad, in the same place. So the last time she broke it, her surgeon just benched her for the rest of the year. Okay, so she had other little stuff was going on, because my daughter is very headstrong. She is not by no means a follower. She is a leader, but that is my egg, my DNA, and I want to have it no other, just no other way. Okay, so now she is a sophomore. Started out the gate good. We had a talk, because actually my daughter and I, we are oil and water. Yeah. Let me tell you what, I love her unconditionally. She is my daughter. But we fight all the time. All the time, but I love her. I love her, and I'm doing this video for her, and you are watching this. I want to let you know that I am very proud of you. You are growing up to be an amazing young woman. Girl, you are strong, and that is what I wanted. You might not have realized that, but that is what I wanted. What you are today was my goal, so my job is done. But this video is for you, babe. Okay, so I don't want to just go off into a little rant, because I'm feeling just some kind of way about this video, and I thought long and hard about should I make it or not, but here goes. So my daughter plays, like I said, Division I basketball, and this is it's in honor of her, but this is for her and any other young lady or man playing in college. Okay, and I mean Division I, Division II, Ncaa, and I don't even really know all of the divisions because my daughter plays D1, but I know there's D1, D2, D3, and Ncaa, but I don't think that D3 you'll get a scholarship. So she got a full ride. a full ride to school. My daughter has, she has been recruited and looked at since she was in the 8th grade. So let me just show you something really quick. I have kept every single letter from every college that has ever contacted her since the 8th grade. So, and let me just put this disclaimer on it. No, I don't have the mommy goggles on. My daughter can play, period. So here is, I just want to show you. So you see this. That looks like a lot of letters, doesn't it? Well, it doesn't stop there. That's one crate. This is one crate full of letters. I mean, just letters upon letters. And I kept them because I'm proud. And she kept them. Well, she kept them. We kept them. I told her don't throw them away, keep them. So here's another shoebox full of letters. And I'm showing you this because I'm making a statement. Here's another one. I'm not gonna pull it all the way out because it's dusty, but it's full of letters. It doesn't even stop there. Another one. Full of letters, another one. I mean, they were coming. I mean, it was just, like I said, she's been recruited since she was in the 8th grade. Another one. Just full of letters. Okay, now that doesn't happen to all athletes. It doesn't. Not to get this. Some of these letters are they're the same school but sending multiple letters, you know, showing their interest, but we kept every single one of them. I'm sure some of them slipped through the cracks and we threw them away, but I asked her to keep all of them. So this is all the ones that she kept, which, you know, just I can't even count them. That's how many. So let me just get back to the video at hand. When you are, and this is for, like I said, for any student, college student, athlete, because I went to the game yesterday and I was upset. And let me tell you, if it was not for the grace of God, I might not be on this video, doing this video today, because I was upset. And let me tell you why I was upset is because my daughter, who I know, like I said, I don't have the mommy goggles on, is a ball player. She was on the bench. You know, no parent really likes to see their child on the bench. Now, some kids, you know, they're on the bench because they're not as good as the starters. And some parents can't see that. But me personally, I don't have the mommy goggles on. I know what my daughter is. I know that she can play. Now, she hasn't had, when she started off as a freshman, she had, I would consider decent playing time as a freshman. But like I said, she broke her nose in the same spot 3 times. And I don't know if that, you know, stemmed at all. I'm not going to talk about the coaches. I'm not going to talk about the school she goes to. I'm not going to put them on blast at all. And she doesn't know I'm making this video, and I know that she wouldn't want me to do that. But this is for, again, any college athlete. And also, this is for if you have a child that is being recruited and you are not familiar with the recruiting process for, you know, Division I basketball. And I can speak on Division I basketball because she was recruited and she got a full scholarship. I can't really speak on any other sport, but the recruitment process, though, it was probably 99% the same. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to step back and let's talk about this before I go into the message to my daughter and the other college athletes that are probably going through what she's going through. And it might be your child, it may be your nephew, it may be your neighbor, your next door neighbor, it could be your godson or your daughter. But I have almost 5,000 subscribers, and I know there has to be a handful of you that can relate to this. So just if your son or your daughter or your niece and nephew or whoever is being recruited, right, to play, what I have learned, and my husband has learned too, because we really didn't know about this process. Ask questions to the recruiters, and just be flat out blunt about it. Are you offering my son or daughter a scholarship? Now, if they start to stutter step, what you want to do is make a list of maybe, maybe not, sure, for sure, well, however you want to label it. If they start to stutter step, you want to just put them on the maybe pile if your child is interested in going to that particular school. And if they're not going to flat out offer them, yeah, I'm offering them a scholarship, because some do. It all depends on your student, all depends on your child. This is how it works. They are recruiting your son or your daughter. If you didn't ask to be recruited by them, they're coming to see you play, and they're recruiting, and they're contacting you through mail, email, or whatever. And there's some rules around all of that, but I'm not going to get into that. Then you need to find out if your son or daughter is interested in going to that school, how your son or daughter falls on the list. Because they could be recruiting them and they're very interested, but they may be interested in someone else more, and they're waiting for their number one pick to see where they're going to go. So they have a list. So I would say if your son or daughter, and this is my opinion from my experience, if they're not in the top 5, you might want to put them in a maybe list too. So don't get your hopes up. So okay, at the end of the day, if a school, and another thing you want to think about, because I know I'm just going all over the place, if if a school offers your child a scholarship, and my daughter was offered scholarships, more than to one school, but you have to remember, if your son or daughter is not looking to go to the next level, meaning WNBA, NBA, or playing across seas, if that particular school does not have a major that your son and daughter are interested in, then just because it's free, you might not want to. They might not want to go there, and it might be hard on some, but I told my daughter when she was being recruited, I said, you got to make sure the school has what you need, because she's not interested in going to the WNBA. You got to make sure the school has what you need that can prepare you for graduate school. You got to make sure that they have that. If not, you're going to school, you're going to play basketball for free, but the degree you're going to get, that's not what you want to do, and then you'll be miserable. I'm not even doing, I have my degree in something else, but my profession is totally different. And the only reason I'm in the profession that I am in is because I work my way up through the company, not because of my degree, because my degree doesn't even correlate with what I'm doing today. Okay, so enough about that. Okay, so back to my message. Let me reel it in, because I'm not real random. You all who watch my channel, you know that I'm not. Okay, so the message that I'm giving to my daughter after what I seen a witness yesterday, and I've witnessed it on other occasions too, but for some reason yesterday it was gonna go down. It really was. And I know, like I said, by the grace of God, that I couldn't do it. I could not do that to you, my daughter. My mother is a praying woman, because let me tell you what, the 20-year-old Janine or the 25-year-old Janine, it would have been on and popping, period. But you get older and you grow and you learn. So I sat there, and it bothered me, but she is the type of young woman that she's cool, she's very cool. things really don't really shake her. Like I said, she's very strong and just headstrong, very, very. And it was two of everybody played on the team except for her and another girl, and they sat there, and I just felt really bad for them. I did. So I just thought about it on the ride home, and here's the conclusion and the message that I want to give to you. Do not get discouraged, because just don't. And think of it like this. When you are in high school, and this is not only to my daughter, this is to everyone going through this process, and you are an athlete and you're trying to use your ability to get to college because you might not be able to afford it, you want to get a scholarship. You play in high school, think of that as your interview. Okay, so you're playing, think of that as your interview, and you have to do good on your interview if you want to get the job. Okay, so you're doing good in high school, that's your interview. You got a job offer, that's your scholarship. Okay, playing ball, football, baseball, soccer, or whatever you got your scholarship in, that is your job. So think of it as your job. Your paycheck is your scholarship. Okay, so a lot of you that are watching this, and I just hope this video goes viral, I really do, because I think my daughter's not the only one going through this. And this is not even for the girls that don't play. This is for girls that have the skill and ability, and then the coaches are playing girls in front of them. What is that about? You have record leaders on your team and you play a freshman in front of them? I don't understand it. That is not my job. I am not a coach. I'm an athlete, but I'm not a coach, and I don't play basketball. So I'm gonna leave it at that. It's for those girls too, and young men that you feel that you're doing the best. When you know that you are better, because sometimes you're not. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it real. Sometimes you're not. But when you know you are, and you're not getting your playing time, or someone starting in front of you, or you have messed up, then you think about this. Okay, I made it through the interview process. I'm coming to work every day, and I'm getting paid. And like I said, your scholarship is your paycheck. So that is the reason why I said make that money. If you are not interested in going to the next level, meaning the pros, after you get out of college, then you make that money. If somebody wants to pay you to do no work, to sit on the bench, sit on the bench and make that money. Simple as that. That is like, okay, a mailman is paid to deliver the mail. He comes into work one day and he don't have no mail to deliver. But guess what? He making the money. A trash man, and I'm just using these as kind of simple analogies. He makes money to go pick up trash, but there ain't no trash to pick up, but he going into work and not doing nothing. That's easy money. So make that easy money, graduate, and go on and do what you're going to do. Either you're going to go to graduate school, you're going to get out of undergrad and go find you a job. Make the money. Now, if you are looking to go to the second level, and you're in this situation and you are not unhappy, you need to talk to your parents or whatever, ask for a release. And if you feel, and if you are, but you have to know what type of athlete you are. Because some athletes think they are the best or better than the one that's playing before them. And some parents have the parent goggles on and think that their kid is the best kid on the floor and better than this kid and better than that kid. That's not always true. You gotta be real. You just kind of have to be neutral and look on the outside and think, okay, is my son, is he the best running back, or is he the best quarterback? Is my daughter, is she the best guard out there? Is she the best center, or whatever position? And if you feel that they are, and they're looking forward to going to the next level, and you are not happy, and your child has options, as I've shown you options, then you need to ask for a release so you can talk to another school. Now, I do know that for a fact when you're going from Division 1 to Division 1. Now, there's different rules for each division, but I can only speak on really what I know. You might have to sit out. So if you figure out if you're unhappy earlier in your career, because I do know if you transfer schools from Division 1 to Division 1, even if you're released, you still have to sit out. If you truly know that your child knows that they will be better fitted, and you're trying to make it to, like I said, that next level, then that's what you should do. But if you know that I'm not going to play for the NBA or the WNBA, or I'm not going to the NFL, then young lady or young man, suck it up. And I know that this is hard. Suck it up. Don't sweat it. Sit on the bench and make that money. Period. You got through the interview process. You got the job. Think of it as you are getting paid, and you don't have to do no work. And I'm talking about as work as in actually playing in the game, because you got to go to practice. That's work. But your real job is to go and play on that court. And you're not playing, well, you continue to make that money, graduate, and get out of school and do you. This is for, I have my daughter, like I said, my daughter has been playing since she was 9 years old, and I kind of keep track of all the players, because she's played with this pretty much the same girls, from the age of 9 until the age of 16, because a lot of them stayed on the same team. And I watched these young ladies grow up. I've seen some of her friends, and even some of her male friends, they play football, and I keep up with them. I keep up with the kids that my daughter hung around, the ones that got scholarships, that are playing D1 football, even Division 2, if they went to an Ncaa. We keep up because we're like a sports-oriented family. And I see some of her friends that are not playing. I hear about her friends that have left school because they were unhappy. Especially, I think it affects the boys more when they don't play. They just get so frustrated and they quit. And they don't realize is, especially if you're not going to the second level, then, chill out. And I don't think no one has really gave them an analogy that they can understand, is that that's your job, and if they want to pay you to do nothing, to just not play in the game and sit the bench, to cheer on your team and make the money. It's hard when you're young, though, because some of the kids, they love the sport and they want to play. And I feel for these kids, and I felt for my daughter. My daughter, I don't have, I just don't. She has not come to me and told me that, I want to leave. She hasn't asked to leave the school, because she's just not like that. She has gotten it now, because I've tried to drill on her. I told her from day one when she was a freshman, basketball is your job. Your scholarship is your pay. Go do your job. Do your job to the best of your ability. I know my daughter can play. A whole bunch of folks know my daughter can play, but apparently her coaches really don't. And I don't know what it is. I think that, and this is my opinion, and I could be wrong, but my daughter is very headstrong. She is not a follower, and she is not going to kiss anybody's ass. She better not be down there kissing ass, because we don't do that in this house. We just don't. She's not a suck up. And I love her team. Her team has great chemistry, because it is hard working with a bunch of females. And if you're female, females are catty, but her team I love all the girls. They're a really good team, and they take up for each other. And I just felt so bad for her and another one of the girls. And I also felt bad for girls who, in my opinion, like I said, I'm not a coach, but damn it, I know basketball and I know who should be on the damn floor. I've been around it enough, and just because I didn't play, that don't mean I don't know nothing about it, because I do. Basketball has been our life for a long time. My son played basketball, and I know the damn sport, and I know I can see who's faster, you know, who has a better shot, who is consistent. I can see that from all the games, and I just don't it's not my team. Period. It's not my team. So yeah, that is my PSA announcement. I hope that this video will be helpful to any, you know, future athlete, any athlete that is currently being recruited, any high school being recruited, anyone that is, you know, in school right now and you're not playing, period. This is really for you. If you're on scholarship and you are not playing, and you are doing everything you're supposed to do, you're making the grades and you're showing up at practice and doing your best, then make the money. And just remember that. And for the parents who are going through this process, you remember to ask questions and be blunt, matter of fact about it. Are you offering my child a scholarship? Period. Some of them are going to say yes. And some of them are going to go and they're going to stutter and say, well, you know, that's not, put them on that, pal. Period. And then the ones that, you know, that some of them be pretty blunt with you. Well, you know, we're looking at, you know, 6 other girls for this position. Okay, well, where does my child fall on your list? Because really, if your child is number 1 on their list and that's who they want, they're going to make you an offer. Period. A letter of intent. You're going to sign a letter of intent. Now, my husband, who managed my daughter's career, you know, he never wanted her to sign early. He wanted her to wait. You know, she had friends that signed way before she signed, and she could have. But he wanted her to wait, and this is a school. It took one visit and she just fell in love with it. I love the school. It's D1, but it's a smaller D1 school. It is absolutely beautiful. I love the town. Like I said, I love the team. I'm not really too keen on the coaches, but you know what? I work with a lot of folks that work directly. I'm a pricing analyst by trade, and I have probably over 100. And you're gonna work with people that you don't like, but you keep it business. You never take it personal, and that's what I feel that her particular coaching staff is. That you know what? It's emotional, and it's petty, and it's kind of personal. But you have to know that. Even as a coach in basketball, your game, that's a job. That's business. That is business. I may not like you, but if you're a good player, I'm going to play your ass and I'm going to work you like a workhorse. And I still might not like you tomorrow, but guess what? That's personal. That's a personal issue. Keep it business. And you will get to know the assistant, because normally the assistant coaches start the recruiting process. Get to know them, fill them out. And, just good luck. For everyone that's going through it, good luck. And if you have any questions about it, shoot me an inbox. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to enable for comments or not. But like I said, this message was in honor of my daughter. I was pissed. I just want you to know that. You had to know that. Yeah, I was. Because I know the value of your game. You know the value of your game. I know what you are and what kind of athlete you are. And no, I don't have the mommy goggles on, because you know I am not like that. If it ain't cute, it ain't cute. If you can't play, baby, you can't play. But mama knows you can play. She knows what type of athlete that you are. And if you decide that you want to make that change, call me. I'll come down there and I'll pack you up and bring you home and we'll figure it out. But I know that you like the school, and I know that you like your teammates. I love your teammates. I think you're a great bunch of young women. You're not catty. I love how y'all take up for each other. I love it. I love it. I love it. And in closing for this video, I need to give a shout out to one of my daughters, Absolute, that helped just basically mold her basketball career, because a coach in her life, Dan Christie. I'm just gonna put his name out there. He's in Dayton, Ohio. And if you're in Dayton and you're watching this video and Dan is still coaching, sometimes he coaches his daughter's team because his daughter and my daughter play together. And sometimes he coaches his son's teams. I don't know if he's coaching boys or girls now, but he is a phenomenal coach. He can make a less than average basketball player into an above average basketball player. He is the best coach that my daughter has ever had thus far in her career. And Dan, if someone gets a hold of this video and you are watching, don't miss out on your call. And I know you have a profession, but let me tell you what, from what I've seen, you can go down and coach college, hands down. Hands down. You are a magnificent coach, and biggest shout out to you. And then of course I got to shout out my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law played basketball back in the day, a long time ago. I ain't gonna put your age out there, but she worked with my daughter. My daughter has a right hand and a left hand. You know, that's rare. And my sister-in-law made her tie her hand basically behind her back and made her work with that left hand. I mean, you don't see a lot of that. She worked with her, took her to the park. I mean, every day with her shooting and her, every day they worked out every day. And her dad, because I'm not gonna take credit for her basketball skills, because I personally didn't want her to play basketball. I wanted her to be a cheerleader. I guess they don't give cheerleading scholarships, right? I was a cheerleader. I wanted a prissy little girl, but I did get my prissy girl. She's a prissy athlete, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So thank you, Dan, for making her into the basketball player she is. Thanks to her aunt, making her into the basketball player that she is. And last but not least, thanks to her dad, because I fought this for so long. I did not want my daughter playing, but she is, and she's great. So babe, if you're watching this, I know you are, do not be discouraged. Keep your head up. You know who you are. You know your value. Make the money. Talk to you later.